Right, you're still on News 360 and thanks for staying with us. And this time we have Mission 2016 with me, Josephine Frimpong. Just in case last week you were not able to watch any of our stories, well, on Mission 2016 we focus on responsiveness and accountability. Tonight, the Ghana Federation of Disabled will be telling us some of their challenges. Now let's do our first story tonight. We focus on inclusive politics. And the Ghana Federation of Disability is disappointed some of its members cannot vote in the upcoming general elections. According to the Federation, many of its eligible members cannot register during the limited registration owing to lack of accessibility to the registration centers.
Article 42 of the Constitution empowers every citizen of Ghana of 18 years of age or above and of sound mind to register as a voter. But for the Federation of Persons with Disability, a lot more barriers impeded some of its members from enjoying this constitutional right. As a result, many of its eligible members remain disenfranchised despite efforts to have gotten their names on the electoral roll during the just ended limited voter registration exercise.
The physical accessibility is still a serious problem, and I can tell you that just ended limited registration exercise. All the polling stations we visited in the national capital, that's within the Greater Accra region, majority of them were not accessible. Polling stations are sited across open gutters. People who are using wheelchairs cannot get there. Sometimes polling centers are actually located on top of verandas.
Moreover, the Disability Acts which could address these concerns have a lot of gaps. The Federation wants the Electoral Commission to constantly engage them as well as organize periodic orientation for electoral officers on how to address issues concerning members. Joshua Makubu was particular about the use of tactile jackets for the visually impaired to enable them vote independently.
Those people who are going to vote and they are visually impaired, they use the tactile ballot jacket so that they will be able to vote without anybody interfering. In the previous election, the EC had the tactile ballot jacket, but what came out was that you get to some of the polling and the EC official didn't even know. So EC needs to educate its members on that.
The Federation again wants its members to be given preferential treatment on election day.
You get to the polling station and people have to be in queues. We have persons with albinism who are so exposed to the sun that when they are in queue, they will suffer. We also have burn survivors who are also very sensitive to the sun. So we want that when a person with disability gets to the polling station, no matter the length of the queue, the person be allowed to go through the electoral process. There's also the tendency of party agents and party people at the community level to oppose such a treatment. That's why we are advocating for all stakeholders, including political parties, to let it get down to the grassroots that persons with disability treatment to be able to vote.
The Federation of the Disabled comprises physically challenged, visually impaired, hearing impaired, persons with intellectual disability, persons with mental and psychosocial disability, persons with multiple disabilities, and persons with albinism.
The Ghana Federation of Disability Organization wants political parties to address their concern in their manifestos for the year general election. Members accuse political parties of discriminating against them in the area of education, health, and employment.
Campaigning by political parties ahead of this year's elections has taken off. Politicians are crisscrossing the length and breadth of the country to solicit for votes. But the Federation of the Disabled say all efforts to get their attention have proven futile.
As a team, we sent out letters to political parties requesting for meetings with them. But so far, it was only the PPP who honored our request. They don't see the meeting as important. And if you are requesting to meet someone who does not see the meeting as important, then it means that the person does not see your issue as important.
Adam Abdul Wahab, Communication and Media Relations Officer of the Federation of Physically Disabled, says their monitoring of political party activities show that political parties are not disability friendly.
As a political party, I think they are campaigning so that people will hear the message and get convinced and therefore maybe sympathize with them or follow them to vote for them. So it is even advantage to them to have sound language interpretation for people who are hearing impaired. So far, I haven't witnessed any campaign in Ghana where there was sound language interpretation.
On education, they want issues of inclusion addressed.
Education is also another key area that the Federation is looking at to get the political parties to look at how they will address issues relating to persons with disability. If we don't have documents printed in Braille, then it means that people who are visually impaired will only depend on the audio. They cannot read. We want to get the political parties to look at addressing such challenges in case they have the opportunity to rule Ghana.
One major concern of the Federation is unemployment. Persons living with disability have varied health issues, and they want these captured in the manifesto of political party.
We have to look at the health of persons with disability. Some form of disability needs medical attention. Sometimes, if those medical attentions are not taken care of well, then it tends to be something different. So we need to get political parties to consider these issues in their manifestos.
So you can share with us your comments on our various social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and News on TV3. That's how we draw the curtains for Mission today.